the world is pretty great right now. I mean, it's anyone who thinks that like today's world is not that great, I think they're not going to be excellent students of history, because if you if you read a lot of history, you're like, wow, there's a lot of misery back then, I mean, it used to be that people would be dropping dead of the plague all the time, par for the course. Just be like a good year back in the day would be like not that many people died of the plague or starvation or being killed by another tribe. Well, I mean, I think if you want to go to college for social reasons, which is a reason to go, to be around people your own age, in a learning environment. Will these skills be necessary in the future? Probably not, because we're going to be in like a post-work society. But I think if something's of interest, it's fine to go and study that. To study the sciences, the arts and sciences.
Is college a bit too generalized and not specific from that lens?
No, I actually think it's good to take a wide range of courses at college if you're going to go to college. Mm-hmm. I don't think you have to go to college, but I think if you do, you should try to learn as much as possible across a wide range of subjects. But like I said, the AI and robotics is a supersonic tsunami. So this is really going to be the most radical change that we've ever seen.
Isn't the whole thing a search for meaning?
What's the meaning of life and all, But just generally, like I said, I would encourage people to read broadly in many different subject areas, and then try to find something where there's an overlap of your talents and what you're interested in. So people may be good at something, or they may have skill at a particular thing, but they don't like doing it. Mm-hmm. So you want to try to find a thing where that's a good combination of the things that you're inherently good at, but you also like doing. And
reading is a super fast shortcut to figure out where are you. You're both good at it, you like doing it, and it will actually have positive impact.
Well, you got to learn about things somehow. So reading a broad range, just really read it. At one point when I was a kid, I read through the encyclopedia, so that was pretty helpful. And there are also things I didn't even know existed. Well, lots, obviously. And
it's like as broad as it gets.
Encyclopedias were digestible, I think, 40 years ago. Maybe read through the condensed version of the Encyclopedia Britannica. I'd recommend that. You can always skip subjects where you read a few paragraphs and you're not interested, just jump to the next one. So read the encyclopedia or skim through it. But I put a lot of stock and certainly have a lot of respect for someone who puts in an honest day's work to do useful things. And just generally to have not a zero-sum mindset, or have more of a grow the pie mindset. If you sort of say when we see people perhaps including some very smart people kind of taking an attitude of doing things that seem morally questionable, it's often because they have at a base sort of axiomatic level a zero-sum mindset, and they, without realizing it, they don't realize they have a zero-sum mindset, or at least they don't realize it consciously. And so if you have a zero-sum mindset, then the only way to get ahead is by taking things from others. If if the pie is fixed, then the only way to have more pie is to take someone else's pie. But this is false. Like, obviously the pie has grown dramatically over time, the economic pie. So in reality, you can have so overuse this analogy. You can have there's a lot of pie.
Yeah,
pie is not fixed.
Yes.
So you really want to make sure you're not operating without realizing it from a zero-sum mindset, where the only way to get ahead is to take things from others. Then that's going to result in you trying to take things from others, which is not good. It's much better to work on adding to the economic pie. Maybe, creating, like I said, creating more than you consume, doing more than you, So that's a big deal. I think there's like a fair number of people in finance that do have a bit of a zero-sum mindset.